Hey everybody, how's it going? Statman coming right back at you today. And today I'm going to be talking to you about some Blu-rays that I have picked up from a variety of different places. So some of them are from eBay, some of them are from Mercari, one of them is from Disney Movie Club, and two of them are from Deep Discount. So just movies from everywhere right now. That's what's happening. And yeah, I think I will start with the ones that I got from Deep Discount. So to begin things, I ended up taking advantage of a sale that they had on Olive titles. It was buy one, get one. So I ended up getting Meteor Man, finally. This is one I have been waiting to get on Blu-ray for quite some time because I didn't want to pay a whole lot of money for it because although I have nostalgia for it and fond memories of watching it when I was a kid, it's not something I think is worth a lot of money, personally, to me. It's not something I really wanted to pay a whole lot of money for. It's not the best movie ever, to be quite frank. And I think most people who've seen it know that. I like it. I enjoy it. It's fun. But at the same time, it's not worth like the $15 to $20 that it always is. And that's just ridiculous to me. So yes, to be able to get this for what ended up being like $10, that is more reasonable. That's what I'll pay for this. $10 for Meteor Man. And even that is a little much to me, but I'm not going to get better than that. So I might as well just deal with the $10 Meteor Man deal. That's about as good as I'm going to get. And then the next one that I got here was Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, starring Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing and Donald Sutherland. So, I mean, I don't really know much about this at all. All I know is that it stars some of the best horror icons in the world, in history, and it's a horror movie from back in the day that I have not seen yet, and I've been buying up a lot of these from Kino recently, and I've really been enjoying them. So, I mean, I just watched The Skull. That was amazing. I watched Tales of Terror. I watched, what was the other one I watched? I can't remember all of them that I watched, but the titles of all of them I watched. I mean, Twice Told Tales, that was it, yeah. So I guess I can't remember all of them. But anyways, I've been watching them for Halloween, and I've been really, really enjoying them. So it made sense, since I've been enjoying them, to pick up another one of these older titles again here. And this one being from Olive Films. I haven't seen it yet, but I am definitely interested, just based on the cast alone. And of course, based on the fact that it's an older horror movie, and I really want to watch a lot of these older horror movies that I've never seen before. So, yeah, cool stuff. Again, this one was about $10, so not bad. Next up, we'll talk about the Disney Movie Club order that I did here. Got Toy Story 4. This one I actually kind of pre-ordered with them. Went through them because, again, like, if it's something that I'm going to want anyways, and I can take advantage of it to get some other things on a discount, which is what I usually do. So I ended up using this to get some deals on a few other titles, and yeah, I'm happy that I did it because I got the chance to watch this right after it came out, and I didn't get to see this when it was in theaters, and I really wanted to, so I was disappointed about that. So I was like, this is definitely one that I want to see as soon as possible. And I'm at a place right now, at least with my monetary situation, where I can afford to buy a few newer titles here and there. So that's exactly what I did. I got Toy Story 4 brand spanking new on 4K, and I watched it on 4K. Very, very good stuff. Very happy about that. Next up, I'll talk about what I got from Mercari, and to start things off, I got Kindergarten Cop here for $5, which is cool because if I recall correctly, this one might be out of print now. I don't know for sure. All I know is that I saw it going on Amazon at one point for like 50 freaking dollars, and I was freaking out. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This one has just been hovering from like $8 to $10, and I'm like, I don't want to pay $8 to $10 for Kindergarten Cop. God damn it! So when I finally saw this for $5 on Mercari, I was just like, oh, hell yeah, buy right now. And that's exactly what I did. Glad to have this in my collection finally, especially that I didn't have to pay too much for it because, quite frankly, I have nostalgia for it. I enjoy it. I think it's a fun movie, but do I think it's a good movie that's deserving of paying a lot of money for? No, not even remotely. It's the same thing for me with like Cop and a Half. I also want that on Blu-ray, but I'm not going to pay the $12 to $15 that they expect you to pay for it. Like, no, no. That's a $5 movie if it's anything. Come on. Just like this one was a $5 movie. So glad to have this in my collection and glad that I got it for the price that I wanted. Now, I don't know if this is actually out of print yet, but regardless, now it's in my collection. I don't have to worry if it is. You know what I mean? Next up, I got City of the Living Dead, Lucio Fulci's City of the Living Dead, which I think I saw this with my friends Skinslip and Zaren Isaac several years ago, like way back when I was in college. I remember working on an assignment for college and watching this in the background at the same time or something like that. I may be thinking of a different movie, but I think this is one of the movies that we watched that night. But anyways, this is something that I'm pretty sure I have seen before and I enjoyed, and it's Lucio Fulci, so you can't go wrong. But it's also one that I didn't necessarily want to pay a whole lot of money for, even though it's a Blue Underground title, so there's not much you can do about that. But when I saw it on Mercari for $11, I believe that's what it was, I offered 10, I think. Just like, well, can I get it for 10? And I believe they took it. And yeah, got City of the Living Dead for $10 or something around that price. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but all I know is I didn't pay full freaking price for it, you know what I mean? So glad to have this in my collection without paying a boatload of money for it. Feel like I paid a pretty fair price for it, to be honest. And I'm glad to have it in my collection, even though, yes, I believe it is getting a new remaster or a reprint or one of those two. I don't know. Last up here, I will talk about the 3 things that I got from eBay. So start things off here with Real Steel. Some of my friends have been saying this is a fantastic movie. I have a good friend, Michael, who loves this movie. I have my friend Skinslip, also really likes this movie. Everyone I talk to says it's actually really good and a lot of fun. So, well, I got to check it out too. Finally got to give this one a chance, and it was $5 on eBay. So, $5, yeah, I'll go ahead and put that in my collection for $5 freaking dollars. Not too bad there at all. And yeah, from what I can tell, it's basically Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but in real life with Hugh Jackman, or as we jokingly say, because I mistakenly said it before at one point. I believe I said it in SNI. Huge action. I was trying to say Hugh Jackman, and eventually at some point huge action came out of my mouth, and I was like, what? It amazes me what comes out of my mouth sometimes. So yeah, anyways, Real Steel, glad to have that one, especially for such a damn good price. Next up, I got A Christmas Carol. I actually already had this one, but I needed to get a new one because for whatever reason, the disc that I had for the Blu-ray stopped working. It was the first time I've ever had that happen, where a Blu-ray actually stopped working. And it's like, what? What's going on? So like it would play most of the movie, but then when it got to one scene, one part of the movie, it wouldn't play the rest. I'm like, I treat my Blu-rays good. I don't know what's happening here. Like, you look at the back of the disc, it looks perfectly fine. What's going on here? But yeah, regardless, thankfully it was just a movie that wasn't too expensive, right? And this one it came to like $4 or something like that. I think it might have even been less than that, and it came brand freaking new, factory sealed. So I mean, as much as I like this movie, and I do, I think it's actually a really good telling of A Christmas Carol. Not one that I watch every year. I'd say I watch it maybe semi-annually for Christmas. So it's one that I do want in my collection because I do watch it frequently enough to have it in my collection. But I don't love it as much as I love a lot of other Christmas movies. Like Muppet Christmas Carol is definitely my preferred Christmas Carol story. So, yeah. Anyways, I do love this one. I'm glad to have this one in my collection now. Working, at least. You know, I had it already, but now I have a working copy. The other copy I had worked before, doesn't work anymore. Now I've got this copy. So, yeah, not too bad for like less than $4. $4 or thereabouts. Then last but not least, this one was also brand new factory sealed. And this one was actually under $4. I think it was like $3.50 or something crazy like that. It was Muppets Most Wanted. And the reason I didn't want to pay a whole lot of money for this one is because, honestly, I don't think it's as good as the first of the Muppets movies that Disney did. The first one I enjoyed quite a bit. This one, not so much. This one is not quite as good, honestly. It's like with the Great Muppet Caper. Like, personally, and I know a lot of people out there are huge fans of the Great Muppet Caper. They'll defend it to the death. They'll say it's the best thing ever, right? It's the best Muppet movie out there. Couldn't disagree more. I really don't like The Great Muppet Caper. I just don't. I don't think it's a really good Muppet movie, and for similar reasons to this one, I don't really like this one as much either, but it's a Muppet movie. I love the Muppets. I know I'm going to want to watch this again at some point, reevaluate at some point, so might as well get it for $3.50 here and not have to pay too much out of pocket to have another Muppet movie in my collection. Not too bad. So yeah, that is that. That is about everything I picked up. So not a bad haul at all, I would say, considering that I paid pretty damn good prices for most of them. Toy Story 4 I paid full price, $30, but the rest I got at a pretty damn good deal, so pretty good discount. So yeah, happy about all of that. And that, as they say, is that. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.